BBC Radio 1.
Okay, so it's the day after your birthday.
It is the day after my birthday.
And because I am
Oh!
a sucker, I've got
Amazing.
you a birthday cake.
Hey, thank you so much.
It's more of a birthday cupcake.
Oh my God, edible things.
And also pain au raisin,
Oh, yes.
which I know you're a bit sick of.
No, I physically can't be. Yes, thank you so much.
My
And
true
they're good and
pleasure.
gooey,
And we've
which
got
is
Yeah.
excellent. Oh my
Obviously.
God, that smells so good.
For the sake of the editor,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to put them on the floor.
I think you should. I think we can. Look, there we are. I've got my...
Otherwise, I will try to lean over and eat them as well.
Oh, right, okay, good point.
That's
Well,
the
they're
other
out of
problem.
sight. So
Out
there
of
we
sight.
are. Out of sight.
But you can still smell them.
Thank
Okay, so
you.
you have been, not to scare you here,
Yes.
in the biggest TV show of all time. You've also been in a Terminator movie,
Yes.
a Star Wars film, and now you're in a rom-com, a Christmas rom-com,
Yeah.
directed by Paul, I want to say, Feig.
Correct.
So, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Good. Excellent. Lovely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's a good
Yeah.
life so far.
Yeah, things are going great.
Excellent.
They're going well.
Now, you've been in so many genres and big things, and I just feel like the world's at your feet, if you don't mind me saying.
Thanks. No pressure.
Could you tell me whether any of these following genres appeal to you? Could you be in a Western?
No. No, I couldn't not be in a Western, but Westerns are not my
Cup of tea.
thing that I would watch lots of.
Got it.
I read books that are, I've read like 3 or 4 books that are set in the Wild Wild West. But wiki Wild Wild West. Jim West. No, I'm not going to it. But I don't tend to watch the Wild West movies, and this is why. Is because it's mainly just boys.
It is just boys.
And I think when I was a kid, my brother and my dad would watch Westerns, and I'd be like, well, good for you. I can't do any of that, apparently.
Where's
This
me,
is-
Calamity Jane?
Yeah, exactly. Clutching like a handkerchief to my breast.
Yes.
So I just never really got on with them.
After this, I'm thinking musical?
Well, here's the thing. I love singing, always have, always will. But the actual musical things, I'm incredibly picky about.
Oh, I see.
Do you know what I mean?
So is it Sondheim or Bust? Guys and Dolls?
They make no rhyme or reason. I mean, my favourite musical of all time is West Side Story, 100%. So I do like the more kind of, you know, the old school.
Got it. Fingers
Musicals.
crossed this young whippersnapper, Steven Spielberg, can do it justice.
I know, I think he's going to nail it. I think he's
reckon.
going to absolutely nail it.
He's finally going to excel.
Yeah. I mean, could he just try harder?
Give it some effort. Can I also suggest one of the best things about being you right now is that in this film,
Yes.
there are many great moments, but you sharing a cocktail sausage on a stick with Emma Thompson, I just went, oh, I want to be you.
Yeah, no, I mean, Emma is... My agent told me about this project and they said Emma's written a script and I was
I'm
like...
in!
Yes! I've admired, loved and adored Emma from afar for my entire life, and getting to be in a movie that she wrote, she was there every single day, and then she played my mum.
So, tell me about sleep.
She never sleeps.
Exercise?
Not at all.
Alcohol?
Oh, she's drinking like the pirate.
Well, okay, fine. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much for your time. Let's go, Mum. And now we're pals, and it's excellent. Yeah, I just love her. I just absolutely love her. She gets better and better.
As if chumming up with E.T., my term, wasn't good enough, you're also hanging out with Michelle Yeoh, who's throwing baubles at you.
Yes.
And there's a genuine sense of best friendship there as well.
Yes, she is hilarious. I mean, when they told me she was casting it, this was before Crazy Rich Asians came out, or rather before I'd seen it. And you're like, what? She's like the most sublime but very serious actress that I know. So, what? And then she comes out with it and she completely nails it.
Yeah, of course she does. What was it like getting direction, doing your thing, whilst Emma Thompson is essentially dressed as a giant avocado pear
Yeah.
I look like a huge avocado pear.
in a big puffer jacket with the big headphones?
She does like the big headphones and a big fluorescent beanie is normally it. Normally being like, do you want some mulled wine? Can I give you some more chocolate? We're just going to get a pint. Would you like to come? And you're like, yeah. Yes, I do.
Whatever you're saying, I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
What's harder to speak, and I'm guessing the language here, was it Serbo-Croat
Yeah.
or Dothraki?
Dothraki, definitely. Dothraki is, someone made it up pretty recently. It's real hard. There's no with all, largely speaking, with all European languages, they're like, there's a rhyme and reason. You're like, oh, that sounds a bit like the French or the Italian or the Latin, or that it makes, with Dothraki that yeah.
That's a pretty good bit of it, actually.
There we go, yeah.
Back! Fucked up all of my Dothraki!
Emilia Clarke, star of Last Christmas.
Yes.
Which is a movie inspired by the music of George Michael and Wham.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favourite Christmas song?
You're not going to believe me. Genuinely Last Christmas. Genuinely Last Christmas. It is my favourite. Because I've started doing the promotion of this, I've started to be like, just make up another one. Just like make up one that doesn't sound as ridiculous as it being this. But no, I just love it. It's got like the bells. It's got the snow stuff, although, stay now. Stay. Yes.
The music.
Those boys in that snowy outfit.
There's no song makes
all of
me,
this. All of that.
I always think of the music video.
Yeah, always. And it's snowing.
I'm there, I've got my parka on.
Yes.
Oh,
I've
amazing.
got my hat that is nowhere near my head. It's just resting atop my head. Me and my brother used to dress like that for a very long time. We had East 17 posters everywhere.
Yeah, I remember wearing carpenter jeans.
Oh, nice.
You know when you got room to hang your hammer?
Yeah, definitely. And that they probably started around your knees. And your boxers were like, obviously long johns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some funny audition moments in Last Christmas. What's your best audition story?
Well, this is, the more that I say it, the sketchier it sounds. But when I was in the dark days of pre-Game of Thrones, no other job, fresh out of drama school, doing 6 jobs that were nothing to do with acting, I went for an audition and it was for an advert. I shan't say what the company was because I'll get in trouble, I'm sure. But it was, I was there and they were basically saying, we just need you to react to what we're saying. I swear to God this was a setup. So the camera's there and they're like, okay, cool, so you just come out of the shower, and obviously I was wearing pajamas of some description, and there's a guy there, and then you start to see that there's something coming out of his belly button, and it's a weird little man, and the little man starts dancing to some crazy music. Here's the music. And you just can't help but want to dance with him. So we need you to dance, and they just started talking me through it. And obviously, you do it. Those tapes might be somewhere. I have no idea. That is probably the worst audition story.
It's like the Lurpak Butter Man.
That's exactly it. But it came out of his belly button. And I was meant to be like, ooh, this guy, these tunes, this is amazing. I'm having the time of my life. Clearly didn't get the part.
Yeah, I mean...
I never saw the audition.
I'd also say, not the worst thing you didn't get the part.
No, probably good. Yeah, probably good. Yes.
So just to rewind back to a tiny underseen TV programme, Game of Thrones. I think that's its name. I barely remember it.
That's right, yeah.
What mementos did you end up actually taking home after 8 seasons?
So, this is where I need to learn my lesson. I'm too much of a goody two-shoes. Everybody took something, and I was like, but please, sir, can I take a wig? Seeing as there's 8, and I played the character for 10 years, could I take one? And they're like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, could I take one of the coats? Because we've got 8. There's this coat in double. Please, can I have something? And they were like, we'll send it to you. So I was like, okay, I won't take anything because they're going to send it to me.
Sure.
Nothing.
Unacceptable.
Nothing.
Are there any lines of dialogue from that you'll never ever forget?
I'm a Khaleesi, not a queen. I mean, that's pretty badass. Or we'll break the wheel together.
People who regularly watch this show will know that I'm slightly obsessed with blooper reels.
Oh, okay.
And there are
We've got a few, yeah.
Gorgeous moments with you guys. The way you guys swear when you get a line wrong, it's very good.
Yeah.
Who would you say is the best swearer?
Oh, Peter.
Tell me. Fuck me. Benevolent. It sucks. The benevolent enslavers. Fuck.
Peter's pretty great. Because he's so serious. Obviously, with a lot of his lines is when he's really, and when and it's like, just kind of comes out. Kit gets a little bit more despondent. His ones are like, oh. And you're just like, it's all right, babe, it's all right. You're gonna be okay.
With both Game of Thrones and Terminator and a little Star Wars film as well, what's been the most surreal CGI moment of your career?
With Game of Thrones, it was just a lot of green, like a Laura green. And so when the dragon got like Pimp My Dragon, season 8, it had the cameras on the wires and they're like zooming and you're like, it's gonna take my head off and I have to not avoid it. And all that stuff was amazing. But in Star Wars, we had the Millennium Falcon and we were in it and it was on hydraulics. And then we had like the kind of surround screen, and it was hyperdrive, and we could see it. So they actually had the real graphics for us to look at.
And it went, vroom.
And it literally, so you're there, and all you can see through the Millennium Falcon window is whoom. And it was the first little while we were like, do it again! Play it again! That's so fucking cool.
Punch it again!
Again! And then there's like the eye that comes up, and yeah, that was kind of mental.
Would you agree with me that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is too talented?
Too talented? Well, we need it. We need too much talent.
I just kind of resent the fact that somebody can play a droid in a Star Wars film and people forget about that.
I know. Too talented. No, because I can't do any slant on Phoebes.
Of course not.
At all. But I'm very pleased that there is one person who has, 20 people's worth of talent she's fit it into her frame somehow.
Anyway, when did you know or realise you might be famous?
Oh, no, well, this is a very difficult question to answer, because whatever I say, I'm going to sound like an idiot.
Oh, yeah, well,
Do you know what I mean?
It wasn't meant that way.
No.
I'll put it to you like this.
Okay, tell me.
Do you ever get friends sending you on WhatsApp or whatever a GIF?
Yeah.
And they can use your face to reflect that emotion?
Uh-huh.
Is that ever a bit like, guys, could we just...
Well, first of all, it was my mum. So I was like, that doesn't count. You probably scoured the internet for 16 weeks trying to find a GIF of your daughter, and you found one. So it's not a commonplace one.
Sure.
I get very British about the whole thing. I'm absolutely hell-bent on living as much a normal life as possible. And there's something to do with the show, and I don't know what it is. I can't Emilia identify with, as in... So, Simpsons. Wow. Me and my brother rinsed it. Like, we love The Simpsons. And obviously their opening credits will reflect some kind of pop culture vibe.
Course.
And when my brother was like, The Simpsons have done Game of Thrones. And it was quite early doors. I feel like it was around season 3. That, like...
The couch.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
that
incredible.
was
And then you got to be in Futurama.
And then... Wait, what?
I'm smellier than a whorehouse's outhouse.
That's terribly vivid. Doesn't matter to me, though. I was born with no sense of smell.
Really?
No, I did. I was in. Emilia did. I did a voiceover of Futurama. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Again, another thing that I watched a lot. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I get too envious of people. Anyway, how many of the friends, F.R.I,
yes, I love.
have you met yet?
Just Joey, and I want to meet them all. I love Friends so much.
Emilia Clarke, did you get to chat with everyone backstage?
Yeah, kind of.
Did you get to talk to him?
Yeah, kind of, maybe.
Emilia Clarke loves Matt LeBlanc.
Hi. I'm actually blushing. Yeah, I just think you're wicked. This is mental that you're saying this, because I did an Instagram post for my birthday, and I was with my best mate Lola, and I genuinely almost fainted at the person who commented on my post. It's probably the greatest Instagram post a comment I've ever received. Courtney Cox, Monica from Friends. I couldn't handle it. Me and Lola just we had a meltdown. We had a complete and utter, oh my God, meltdown.
That's a jump up and down.
That's bigger than,
frizzy.
yeah, that's bigger than anything. Because those are the only GIFs I use. Monica with when she gets her dreads, when she goes away, she has the humidity hair, and then she puts the dreads on, and that's I realised that they all have massive careers outside of Friends, but Friends was a big deal in my life.
Whatever. We're going to jump back to Last Christmas. Before we get there, I'd like to ask a couple of kind of quickfire questions.
Yes.
And one of them is, what are fans on the street currently saying to you when they bump into you?
It's a mixture. Sometimes, which I do love, is when, I don't love for them, but if they've had a brain injury or if they've had something like that, then I get that, which I love, which is wonderful. Occasionally, quite a lot, I get their theories on how the last season should go. There was one where I was waiting for a cab and I was like, oh, there's another one, okay. What? It's good. But largely speaking, it is, it's that, or I do get quite a lot of Me Before You as well, which is lovely. Occasionally, the worst one I got recently, and really hurt. Like, it genuinely cut me up a little bit. I was in a supermarket the day after episode 5 had aired of the last season, when Daenerys had just gone out, all out.
Had a moment.
And I was in the supermarket and this woman turned to me and went, I don't know how you can show your face around here. And I literally went, I just go to get some milk. It was heartbreaking. So yeah.
It's funny now.
I know.
But then it
was real sad. Then I was like, that sucks. Okay, I'll go. I'll get my milk somewhere else.
Yes, goodbye.
Yes. Could you leave, please?
Before
you burn anything. Terrible.
I'd also like to ask you, when you're kind of shooting anywhere and everywhere across the globe, wherever it might be, what British artefacts, be it food or a book or whatever it is, do you take with you?
Tea. So predictable.
Hate to be that
So
person.
truthful. But tea. And then once when I was in LA for a little bit too long, I actually one Sunday managed, this is ridiculous, and please forgive me and how I did this, but I got my Sunday papers. I was like, I just need the Observer. I really need the papers in my hand. Just gotta have it.
That gorgeous feeling of you've got you've got a kitchen table, you chuck the different supplements.
Sunday. And that's what you do. You get the papers and you get rid of you recycle all of the adverts. I have to go through Goodbye Sport. Sometimes Goodbye News just for a minute, because I'm just going to focus on supplements today because I'm fed up with the news. And then you just scatter them around your house. And then you can just lie with your tea and pick up a magazine.
I feel like an emperor. I'm
yes, that's exactly the same.
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get to you later.
Self-care in the back of the Observer. I'm coming to you at the end of the day.
I might look
Sunday
a property.
Night.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
film review, obviously top of the pile.
With Last Christmas, it is a film that does make you kind of maybe sort of cry a bit.
Yeah, there's sad bits.
How does that make you feel, knowing that there will be audiences of people?
I know.
Just having a bit of a...
Well, it's good. It's good. That's what the movies are there for. They are there to make you laugh more than you would do normally, cry about things that, you watch something that makes you cry and you're not crying for the actor. You're not largely crying for the story. The story's gone, remember that thing that you sort of not cried about in a while, and maybe it'd be good to just let it go. Get angry, get excited.
Yeah.
That's what cinema should do.
Because this movie got me because a lot of the film is centred around a small garden in central London. It's next to St Giles.
Yes.
And that is where I first asked my wife out on a date.
No!
And you're not going to believe me, but it was on the bench where you sit.
That is absolutely mental.
With Henry.
Can I just do this for you? That is amazing.
There
weren't the fairy lights there, though. Because when I came back afterwards, I was like, this looks real different to how we made it look.
Well, I hate to say this, but I was actually
so amazing.
We wanted to go into that garden.
Oh.
But annoyingly,
Phoenix Garden.
People were filming there.
No. And was it your anniversary and we just ruined it? We would have accepted you with open arms, babe. We would have got you guys in and been like, do you want some craft services? Can we get these guys some cake?
But no, it's just a gorgeous little spot. And you really show off London as well.
Yeah.
That must be so much fun to just be able to go, it's Christmas.
It is. I love it. I love living here. I love filming here. I love it when people are like, oh my God, London's great. I'm like, yeah, it is.
All right, I'm going to leave you with this very silly question.
Okay.
Well, there's two actually. What's the most memorable bit of direction you've ever got?
There are a couple of directors that should not be named on the show in early doors who were just like, what, you have dragons? And I'm like, oh, mate, you need to read the script. You need to just have a little read the script.
It's tough, isn't it?
Smilier, I get sometimes, or don't smile, or this is going to sound weird, but could you do the Khaleesi posture? Yeah, I can. Every season I used to come back and I'd have done a movie in the interim, right? And so I'm there, and I screwed myself over really, because Khaleesi sits like this, and she has perfect posture, and I had it from season 1, and it's like, rod up your ass, nothing moves, you are just still. And I have an ability to be really, really still. I'll go off and do these other movies, and I come back and be like, what if I want to mess with it? What if Khaleesi's like a G? Do you know what I mean? What if Khaleesi's like such a badass now? She doesn't need to sit up straight. And God love them, they give me 3 or 4 takes. We'd call it the strawberry filter, as in, when an actor asks for a take that is never going to be in the cut, they go put on the strawberry filter, as in don't start recording. And then David and Dan or someone will come over and be like, "That's great, but could you just do the Khaleesi posture? Just do the Khaleesi posture." And I'm like, "Fine."
For
okay.
safety.
Yeah, exactly. Could we just, for fun, go back to just do it as you always do every year? Like, okay.
All right, I'm getting
Fine.
the looks. I need to tell you.
Sorry.
My final question is this: could you show me your best photo ruining face?
Photo ruining face. Yeah, but I can't figure out what lipstick I've got and if that's gonna. Leave it there. My brother has this face on his phone in so many different situations. Sometimes he'll just send it to me and be like, "Remember this? Remember that your face can do this?"
This is you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, yeah, we used to do that a lot. Yes. Indeed.
What an absolute pleasure.
Thank you
so much, Emilia.
Thank
and congratulations on the film as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to keep up to date. You can listen to my Radio 1 movies and TV podcast, Screen Time, on BBC Sounds. And you can find these interviews in full on BBC iPlayer by searching Movies with Ali Plumb.